Does the Biden administration have a leader other than Joe Biden? I mean, who's calling the shots for all of these insane policies? It can't be Biden.
No, it's not. So it's a really great question because people are trying to decode that. For example, I'll return, I dropped the name earlier, which was Susan Rice. Susan Rice is the head of the Domestic Policy Council. Have you seen any serious in-depth reporting in the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, the Washington Post, elsewhere, about what she is doing now as the head of domestic policy for the U.S. government? That's in charge of education policy, it's in charge of drug policy, it's in charge of immigration policy, it's in charge of pro-life or pro-abortion policy, as the case may be. I haven't seen any reporting on that. So who is driving the train on these issues? I think it's safe to say that at the State Department, Blinken obviously is calling a lot of the shots and will probably go down in history as the most incompetent Secretary of State we've ever had. But with respect to the whole domestic policy agenda, it's really painfully unclear. My suspicion is that it's probably a network of 6 or 7 people who aren't very well known, who have very hard left leanings, that are probably mid-level staffers that are basically driving the policy unattended by any adult supervision.
Well, you got to feel that the Obamas have some kind of input because Susan Rice is their best friend.
Yeah, so that's, I think, the missing link to a lot of this. There's been a massive lack of attention to this great mystery. And I've talked to reporters about it, and they've said they're mystified too. Why would you go from being the national security advisor of the United States under Obama, be floated for the job of Secretary of State, and then instead take over domestic policy, an issue by which all accounts say Ms. Rice has absolutely no experience or knowledge whatsoever, which means either A, she's directing all these radical policies, or B, she's countenancing all of these radical policies being implemented, again, by more junior staffers who are largely running free of adult supervision.